Hey, welcome to Tools on Tech, and today I'm talking about my love-hate relationship with finding proper Aliexpress earbuds. Now, I do a lot of public transportation and I really like using my Bose QC45 headset because they're noise cancelling. The biggest gripe I have though is that they take up a lot of space. So I was looking for Bluetooth headsets and my first go was something like the AirPods or something from Samsung or Sony. But those things are like 200 plus euros, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm expecting to lose these things because they're small. Then the thought became up like maybe there are some of these on Aliexpress and maybe they're not half bad. So the first set I received were AirPod knockoffs and they were terrible. I mean, the fit was horrible, they didn't work very well. And that wasn't even the worst of it. The sound quality sounded like somebody put like two cans on a string and was playing music from one can to my ear. Nobody wanted to use those. The second set I got was the QCY ones, and those were better than expected. For 22 euros, I got a couple of Bluetooth headsets that lasted long, sounded good enough, fitted well, and switched on and off when I put them into the case and took them out of the case. So the usability was good as well. Done. Problem solved, you would say. You've got a couple of headsets, you can work with it, they're cheap, what more could you ask for? Well, there were a few issues that I'll get into later in the video. But let's start with what I'm going to review right now. So first one I'm going to look at is the QCY T2C 2019. It's an upgraded version from the ones that I originally got from Aliexpress. After that comes the Xiaomi Redmi Airdots. I still use these once in a while, just not for listening music because it's missing a vital function that I'll get to in the review. And finally, my current daily drivers are the Haylou GT1. Now that introductions are out of the way, let's have a closer look. Now, the QCY headsets work great when they work, because one of the issues that I had is that after about a month of 4 or 5, the left earbud starts to go down in volume. I tried everything to recover that, like resetting it back to factory settings, reconnecting it, connecting it to multiple devices, cleaning it with alcohol, anything a nerd can get up with. It doesn't matter. The only fix that I had was getting different earbuds. Let's start with the case. It's the largest case in this comparison, but still easily fits into your pocket. Being so large comes with one bonus though, and that means that the battery is twice the size. The other ones have around 300 to 400, and this one has 800 milliamperes, meaning it will last you a long time. The earbuds fit very nice. The system comes with a couple of earbuds for a better fit. As for the sound, it's good. There is some bass, but not too much. It's not perfect, but when traveling, it's more than enough. Buttons are simple. 1 press for stop start, 2 presses to get to the next song, and 3 presses to get back. Finally, you can hold the button to start Google Assistant, and I haven't tested it, but I assume on iPhone Siri. Overall, it's good value for money, but the fact that the left one becomes softer over time makes it a miss in my book. Your mileage, however, may vary, and that's why I included into this review. Next up, the Xiaomi Redmi Airdots. The Xiaomi's have a bit smaller case, but it also has half the battery capacity. The buds are laid out differently though, which makes it easier for you to get the buds in and out. Now, the sound quality is a bit better than the QC ones. The bass is strong, however their noise cancellation or the insulation is not very good. I already had people complain because they could hear my music on the trip, even though the volume wasn't any higher than on the other earbuds. One thing though is that the button only allows me to stop, start or hold for Google Assist. There is no way to go to the next or previous track, and this is why I no longer use them for music. However, as a spare set that I have to my tablet just to watch YouTube videos, it works wonderfully well. Now let's talk about my current daily driver, the GT1s. So the GT1 case is the smallest one in this comparison. The 400 mAh unit will last you long enough. and it's easily to put into any pocket. I can even fit it in the small extra pocket that is in most jeans. Getting the buds out, however, is a bit more tricky, but not terribly as long as you have enough grip on your fingers. So the GT1s have a touch-based system instead of push buttons. They also use a different system for switching songs, so I can push once to stop start and I can push twice to switch numbers. But it depends, if I use the right one it goes to the next track, and if I use the left one it goes back, which is very useful and works wonderfully well out and about. I can also hold them to get Google Assistant and Siri, but that seems to be par of the course for these headsets. Now, having this touch is a mixed bag. It's terrible using them day to day, because if I have to push them back into my ear, it constantly stops and starts. There is no real good way that I found that I can readjust them without my music stopping and starting. That's a bad thing. It's still my daily driver because of the size, and the few times that I'm messing around with that isn't the bad point. However, there is one point where these things absolutely shine, and that's when I'm driving my motorcycle around. Putting these ones under my helmet means that I have no accidental presses, they stay snug. One of the things my friends had a lot of laughs about is that with the old earbuds that I was using, when I was looking over my right or left shoulder, my music would stop and they would see me driving my motorcycle and then moving my head in weird directions to get my music back starting. As for the sound quality, they work very well. They're not as loud as the Redmi's, but they have an excellent sound balance to them. Final thoughts after using these for a couple of months. They work excellent when listening to music. They do have a microphone, but can only be used indoor in quiet environments. It's too small, you need to be able to bounce the sound of something, and it's never gonna sound very good. If you care about the people you're calling with, I would highly recommend using a different setup. For those things, I either use my Bose, which have a bigger microphone, or something like an external mic in combination with the headset. And verdict. So I'm not using the QCY ones because of the low volume in the left ear. After this review, I am going to get rid of them. Now, the GT1 and the Redmi is a different bag. They both have their pros and cons. So the GT1 I'm definitely going to use on my motorcycle because of the touchscreen and the fact that I'm not accidentally pressing buttons. I'm also using it as a daily driver on my phone, mostly because the case is so small that I can always carry it around. Not that the Redmi ones are much bigger, so I'm also carrying those around, but in my backpack, and I use those with my tablet. One of the things that these Bluetooth headsets have that my Bose has solved is that they can only hook up to one device, unlike my Bose who can hook up to 8 devices, which I can seamlessly switch between. If you want to use these headsets with multiple devices, either find one that has that feature built in, and if you do, then definitely let me know in the comments, because I'm anxiously looking for a set like that. But most of the times you're just better off getting 2 sets and using one set for one system and the other for the other, or repairing all the time, which is an absolute pain if you have to do it multiple times a day. You made it to the end of the video. That's awesome. Thanks for watching. Now, if you like the content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, anything all the other YouTubers are telling you, because that really helps me out to grow my channel. I'm aiming to have a new video up every 2 weeks on Monday morning. Next to that, I'm also going to release a few vlogs where I talk a bit more about me personally and how my video creation is going. It's mostly for me to shoot the breeze and share some things with you guys that I have on my plate and that I don't think are part of these review videos. Hope to see you there, and remember, you're awesome, keep it up.